Okay, so I'm up in the loft of my barn, up here in the roof soffit area. As you can see here, we've got a broody hen. This is a Thai Asil cross hen. She's about 2 or 3 years old. She had been disappearing for a while here, and the last day or two I've been trying to watch her to figure out where exactly it was she was disappearing to, and I had a feeling she was up here, so I climbed up here to see where she was and what she was doing. So here she is, broody, in the middle of November, sitting up here. I don't know how well these eggs are actually going to hatch, if there's any possibility of it. Not sure how far along she is. The other problem here is that if these chicks hatch, they're likely to end up dead. And I'm not sure if I can move her or not. The best chance would be to wait till nighttime and try to move her, because I think if I leave her here, it won't end well. So I suppose we'll wait until we get a chance at night and see if we can do something. I'm not sure if the chicks will be alive anyway, because although there's a little bit of straw up here, I'm not sure how she even got it up here, but somehow she found a way. You can see it's over top of this grate, so you know, she's not sitting on a solid surface exactly. I had a Polish hen, a buff-laced Polish hen, do the same thing maybe 3 or 4 years ago. And we lost most of the chicks that time. I think we may have lost all the chicks actually. But she did the exact same thing in maybe the same place, if not a similar place. But one of the things I wanted to mention here was that how extremely broody these gamefowl type chickens are, especially, well, really even the European gamefowl are extremely broody. Broody means that they want to sit on their eggs and raise chicks. But these Asiatic or Oriental gamefowl are outrageously broody. They're not birds that you'd ever want to raise for egg laying, because they hardly lay any eggs because they just want to sit all the time and hatch babies and care for babies. But if you want to make babies, hatch out chicks, these are great choices. They make good mothers. They're very protective, very serious about keeping their babies safe, and they're very good hens for hatching eggs out. So I like to always keep some around for that reason, and because I just like the look of them and the temperament of them. But they're pretty serious chickens though. All of your meat strain chickens were all have this kind of a chicken's blood in the background. The Asils in the background of the Cornish, which is in the background of your commercial meat birds. And it's in the background of a lot of your other type of chickens. Chickens of this sort are in the background of Rhode Island Reds for sure, and a lot of other commercial breeds. They add muscle, bone, calmer temperaments, larger size to the birds. So maybe I'll do an update here once I try to move her and see if we can get her shifted about. currently early November. I went out to the pasture today to care for the animals and I found a few interesting things. What we have in front of us here are duck eggs and goose eggs. And it's, at least for me in the past, it's been very unusual for me to have any waterfowl eggs this late in the season, particularly the goose eggs. For a little size comparison here, this is a goose egg that was laid today. This is from a commercial strain of Emden goose, which is a large white meat type goose, a heavy breed. And these are duck eggs. The dark colored egg is a Cayuga duck egg, and the light colored eggs are Muscovy duck eggs. But I'm pretty surprised to see this, especially the goose eggs. In the past I've raised tufted Roman geese and American buff geese, and in both cases they only laid eggs in the early spring. They would lay one clutch a year no matter what, and that was all they would ever lay. Now this Emden goose, which I got last year, she seems to lay not quite year round, but she'll go in spurts. She'll lay a while and then she'll stop for a while. So she certainly is a more productive bird, although I don't know if she'll set on these eggs or try to raise babies or not. But interesting, we got some late autumn goose eggs and some late autumn duck eggs.